the grip is super important, right? Grip is super important. If you decide to start with a traditional grip, the easiest thing to do to remember is that he needs a grip also, okay? So I can start here, and I'm kind of, well, he's got a grip, I've got a grip, we're kind of neutral. I can upgrade, pull, now I've got a back grip. Of course, he now goes for a belt grip. So again, if he steps across, he can make it throw, boom, right? But because I'm here, if I step across, I can make uchimata, okay? So there's lots of options that we can have based on the grip. Pretty cool. So we make the grip, we can also decide, you know what? I'm just gonna restart. You strip that grip off, okay? He grips, you break it off, right? So again, if we want to make single leg from here, I grab, I strip, and then I hit it, okay? Does that make sense? Sure. Watch what happens if I don't break the grip. You guys can imagine how this is going to look. I'm here, he's got me a good hard grip, and I want to make single leg, and I go here, he basically controls me, and I've got nothing. So we want to break the grip, get inside. Can we do it?
Sure.
All right. Start from the grip. If I decide I don't like this grip, I can go high, or I can break away this way and I can go low. Those are both legit, or I can strip. Those are your three options. Can we do it?
Sure.
This is called traditional grip. High grip or back grip. Low grip or belt grip. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And this is just a single hand strip. Hold this tight, pull it, push at the wrist. Give those three things a try. Go.
So
I can show you 1,000 times, but sometimes you just gotta feel it. Joel makes his grip, all right? I'm gonna pull tight, and I'm gonna shuck this hand, okay? Pull tight, shuck, that is it. Now, you guys might notice, I'm doing it this way, and I'm pushing into the wrist so the wrist bends, right? Watch what happens if I try to do it this way. If she holds on tight at all, it's just not going to work because the hand is extremely strong that way. But once I bend the wrist, it should come off. Does that make sense? Pull, snap, okay? Next. Grip, right here. Whoop, there we go. Pull. Oh man, big grip. Oh. More than one way to skin a cat, right? My hand slipped off that one. Twice my hand slipped off. You guys are sweaty, sweaty monkeys. Okay. Cool? Finch is like, I'll hold him tight, but hopefully he won't kick me in the groin, right? Chop in the neck. Always the way, right? Sarah's like, let me get him tight. So again, if she can get her hand in a position where I can't bend the wrist, it is harder, I will admit. Let's try slightly up. Not bad. I tried to muscle it that time. It's kind of a speed drill, okay? Does it make sense?
Sure.
Nothing works 100% of the time. Joel comes in, he makes a strong Superman grip, and I try this, it doesn't work. You know, again, can I hit him? Sure, but let's say this is just Jiu Jitsu and Judo or whatever, in wrestling kind of mode, we're not chopping people in the eyes, right, or kicking them in the groin. There's other ways. He's got me here, no problem. Now, he's off. He's holding on to this tight, no problem. No problem. So there's other ways that you can try to get out of these grips. But for the most part, he grabs me, I grab him, right? Now I got it. Okay? Try that shuck. Pull, shuck. If somebody's really muscling you, just make a circle around it. Either way is fine. and you'll end up getting twisted up pretty good. Lots of ways to get out of grips, but this is just the basic. Go. Again, let's look at this thing from a purely self-defense position, right? He makes a grip, and I just can't get away, right? You're like, holy crap, hold on. I just, I'm pulling all day, and I'm not going to be able to shuck the grip. You might get stuck in this position. It's not a problem. Decide what you want to do, right? I can still make great throws from here, even if he's holding me, right? I just have to decide which one that I want. If he doesn't let me move this arm, I might not be able to get into shoulder throw position. He might hold on, right? If I can't shuck this one, I might not be able to get in close to tie him up. Plenty of at long range or long arms throws, right? I can pull him here, I can sit, trip that foot, and I can make ankle propping throw, right? Can't get away, right? No problem. Let's go ahead and make it and take the top. Make sense?
Sir.
Ankle propping throw. Give it a try. Have some fun with it. Go. Just sit straight down this way and throw it. Okay? Almost the complete opposite direction. This one, I want that foot back. I want to pull just before he steps. I want to catch it. Okay, if I catch it, then I sit. I'll go as slow as I can. Okay?
Sir.
It's about as slow as I can. I guess the camera can make it slower if we need it. This one, I load him by throwing my knee into his guts this way. My foot kind of wraps around his outside of his thigh here. Okay? Now, I'm going to sit right down on my right butt cheek and we'll pull this way. Not this way. Remember last time I pulled him this way. We'll pull him this way. Knee on belly, sit, lift, and then the knee on throw. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Go. So when we're thinking about all of these different throws, his body position matters. So if I was fighting a more taekwondo or karate kind of guy, real super sideways, me making this initial grip, I can get this one. And if he tries to stay sideways, some of these throws are going to be just different. By the way, he might be punching and kicking me at the same time while I'm trying to do my thing, right? So think about the alignment of the body. We're almost perfectly square. I've got my right foot just barely back. He's got his right foot just barely back. We're both kind of knees bent, right? So what if I shove this arm hard back and I pull this arm hard forward? Now I've got him sideways. Pretty cool, right? Now, if he holds on, he won't be quite as cool, right? So he's got good grip, right? Maybe I try a little foot sweep action. See how I escaped his hand and pulled him somewhat sideways? Push, pull, okay? Now I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with this. Because of the way his position is, you gotta be careful not to tear up his knees. But I simply put this foot here, I put this foot here, and I got body scissors into a knee bar. That make sense?
Sir.
All right, let's do it in the step by the numbers. Base, grip, right? I might step, pull here. At no time did I make this a flying body scissors. Make sense?
Sir.
What would be the difference? Sir? Yeah, no hand on the ground. Which means what? Where's my weight? And potentially dangerous on his knee. Okay? So, let's see if we can wreck my son's knee. That'll be so fun, right? He's like, please don't do that. Right? So again, here, give him a shove, great pull. Now, if I jump straight up here, and his knee is pretty much protected, he'll just go backwards. But if I end up in some way landing on this knee and it locks kind of this way, you see how that knee takes all of my weight? Just a little bit dangerous.
Sure.
Okay? So Kaylin is just going to grab and just make it, I'm just going to hold her up. She's going to try to, hold it this way, make your biceps. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to hold her up and you're going to see, right? She's just going to break away and just jump. Right? Now you see how I'm holding her up, but my leg locks. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm trying to avoid. All right. Now there will be 1,000 guys and gals that get on our feet and say, it's the most dangerous takedown of all time. I've done this my whole life. I've never blown anybody's legs out. And here's why. Get them sideways. I'm here, and I'm deep. This leg is behind the knee. Right? This is up by the belly. I bend her knees for her. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Imagine if I turned her this way, I jump and I kind of land with my butt and lock this knee out this way. See how that knee's going to do like that? That's what we don't want to do. So what's the key? Hand on the floor. Hand on the floor. Hand on the ground. Right? Push hard. Break. Set. Here. Right? By the way, if I want, I can make toe hold. Or like I said earlier, I can make knee bar. Right? I can pull this bad boy in, backwards, and I can make leg raise. Okay? A lot of options to make this takedown. Who thinks they can do this slow enough like I showed you and safely? Raise your hand. Give it someone close in size. Look at the, let's look at the entry one more time, just for that, right? Right? We're here. I shove, here, hand, ground. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Now, what's the uchiko? Who knows what uchikomi means? Or who's heard that word? It's the practice for the setup, a practice entry. I get her here, give a little push, and I set. This is the uchikomi. Hand, feet, back. Hand, feet. Notice my back is towards it. Back. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So some of you are doing this. Let me see if I can make it happen. You're pushing this way. Right? And you're not going to get the body scissors. This one, hand, feet, doesn't work. Right? Because his hips don't bend that way. What can I do?
Leg scissors.
Leg scissors. So instead of being here, I'm here. Leg scissors. And now I've got a nice calf attack. Okay. Or maybe even a knee. We're binding the knee. Cool?
Sure.
So however you want to enter this is fine. If I say, Caleb, uchikomi, he's just going to get in position, get out of position. You want to do this one?
I'll do this now.
Out, and then in. And down, out, in, and out, in. And when he's ready to throw, boom, there is my leg scissors. Oh, that's I'm still talking, I wasn't ready to okay. Now, same drill, if he goes this side, right, and he wants to do the body scissors, right? Uchikomi, sit, and back. Hand, set, back. Right? Now, later, he can make flying. He just has to have a good grip here and lock his legs around my waist when he goes. Okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Can we do it?
Sir.
All right. Did it help that I kind of showed you this move? Can you do that?
Sir.
Don't let go of the hand. This is still important. Okay? Go. All right. What if I totally have a brain cramp and I do it backwards? Right? So I'm thinking I want body scissors, but I do this.
What do you got like scissors?
I now have no choice but to do the leg scissors. This is the only one that's going to work. If I jump up on Caleb and wrap this around his back, I'm going to fall and probably hit my head, right? Or if I get my hand down, he's just going to be standing there looking at me like, I think I'm going to ankle lock this guy. So again, if you're in the wrong side, I should be here to make body scissors. Body scissors is always lead leg on the belt. Lead leg on the belt. Anybody who's familiar with the hook kick, imagine me hook kicking at him, right? It's this. That's the entry, right? Likewise, if I do leg scissors, it's this one. I'm going to hook kick through his legs, right? If you want to get into it quickly, you step and drop to the hand, and then you make this move, right? Make sense?
Sir.
All right. So I saw this one. This one's a little hard for me to help you with. Right? This isn't, you've done something wrong. Right? If you're here and you still have this hand, you better go for some spider guard and pull him into your guard and start fighting him, right? Because you've done something wrong. It's never this way. It's always on the side this way, right? Or higher this way. Does that make sense?
Sir.
There's a third. If there's a leg scissors and a body scissors, what other scissors are there?
Head scissors.
There's the head scissors. Who's seen Black Widow in Avengers? She loves this move. I'm not going to do it. Go watch Black Widow and the Avengers do this move. And here's why. If I do something wrong, I'm going to fall from 4 feet up around Caleb's neck, and I'm not going to feel good the next day. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying I don't want to do it. So here's probably the thing that's best is understand that somebody thought, hey, I can scissor the legs. Can I scissor the body? Can I scissor the head? The head scissors ultimately is going to basically be a neck throw. You lock your legs around and you use your body weight and you make a throw using your legs. Pretty cool? On the wall, we must fight.